The functionality we call a Replicate Master Data information makes it possible to assign selected fields to the cards directly to items, customers, vendors, documents, order documents, and so on. Let's try to take a look at how it's working. For instance, if I'm looking at my customer 20,000 and I'm looking into my master data information text, I can see here that my contact is Susan West. And if I scroll right, I can see I've actually added Susan directly as a column. And this is because I've added her in the setup, meaning if I'm opening the card here, it actually says Susan West in here. Likewise on my items, if we look at the item card and I open my item 1000, I can see here that I've added my gear and my bike type, city bike and Nexus 7. And if I open my master data, they will also be stated in the master data information. And of course, if I change it either way here or on the page, it will update the other one. So if I change my gear in here from a Nexus 7 to a Claris 8 gear bike like this, it will update my item card. Now it's a Claris 8. On the other hand, if I update it on my item card to be a Nexus 7, it will update the other way around back into my specification. So this is a way that we can replicate master data. You can have as many information codes stated per item or customer vendor as you would like, but there's a limitation to how many fields you can replicate to the card. Let's see how it looks if we want to add, for instance, our break type to the item card. So I will enter my master data information setup. And by the way, this is explained more detailed in other videos. My replicate master data setup, I will select my item table here, either by writing it or selecting it. And as I can see now, I will have up to 10 fields on the item card, as for now at least, to do this. And here I can select my break type as an information value. And I need to update my item cards that are already set up as a break type in here. Now I've added this functionality. It means from now on it will replicate my master data information, my disk break, into my master data information down here. So instead of a disk break, I could change it here and it will change on the item card. In real life, this field is not called a break type. On the item card, it's called SCB master data information 3. And therefore, if you're filtering on it, you will have to use that name instead of the break type. That's one of the disadvantages, of course. But with this functionality, you can actually filter directly on the item card, and likewise on the sales line, sales order header, purchase header and lines, etc. So on all open documents, on jobs and job line, items, customers, vendor, we have this functionality. And for a user, this means that you're working directly in the specific view when you work with data. If we take the item list now and I scroll right, I would expect somewhere out here to have my break type on this item that I can see. We only applied it for one item. See the other videos how to set it up more in details.